officially late October. That was ugly. No longer September 15th. Warm air, crisp feeling. That was awful. Sam Darnold was inconsistent. 4 total giveaways, 12 penalties. They called a dumb trick play. Cooper Kupp throwing the ball. The good news, their defensive line, Seattle defensive line for 3.5 hours, man to man dominated Houston. I feel bad for C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud sits in the pocket, throws a beautiful ball. He's under total duress. They can't get the offensive line right, and Seattle's defensive front dominated. But Seattle was up 15 points at home in the fourth quarter, and what followed was a punt, a fumble, an interception, and a punt. So you know what Seattle's trying to do. They lead the NFL in rush attempts. They want to be a rush and a play-action pass team. But they also lead the NFL in giveaways. Last night they had 4, and they are just too mistake-prone at this point to be an excellent team. They're a good team, but they should have won last night 33-6. A Darnold fumble, a Darnold pick late in the fourth quarter. The only thing, if you look at it, this year, they should be 7-0. But Darnold had the fumble against the Niners, and then Darnold had a late pick in the game. Otherwise, they're 7-0. That and I love Sam, but reckless is what not only Darnold's history is, it's what Seattle feels like now.
All right. Seattle Seahawks fans, no. As someone who actually watched this game and stayed up late and was up until like 3 a.m. making videos, we need to have a real conversation right now. Because you know what? I'm not married. I don't got kids. I'm not 55 years old yet. And so I actually stayed up and watched this game. And I guarantee you a lot of people did not on TV. Okay, especially the East Coasters. Okay, I don't think they were up until, whatever the time the game ended. I think they were going to sleep because they actually got to wake up and actually go to work, and they got wives and kids and whatnot. So no. I sat through and watched this, and I watched the 7 hours of football last night. Okay, and watched every minute of it. We're gonna talk about this. And Seattle Seahawks fans, I feel your pain right now. With the Mariners and all of that. This was my hat. This was my lucky hat that I grew up wearing. I played baseball at a pretty competitive level. This was my hat. Okay, so I am with you here. I feel your pain. I mean, this hat has been worn a lot. This was literally my lucky hat, so I had to pull it out. So I am sorry for your loss. It was still an awesome season for the Mariners. I mean, the Seahawks Seattle fan base have been so awesome to me. You guys showed me what was possible and what the potential for the growth of this channel. You guys have subscribed in such massive numbers, literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands. You guys showed me that when you guys show up, when you watch the full length of the video, we get numbers through the roof, subscriptions through the roof. The things go vertical. So the Seattle Seahawks fans have left me so inspired and motivated just to keep going and going and going. And so I can't thank you enough. And so now, 1, please keep going, please. But 2, let's get after this game right now, because we're having the wrong conversation. And again, that game was a weird game. I talked about it in the post game, and then I thought about it even more. And here's the take now. Okay, here's the grounded take for this game. Yes, this game absolutely, positively, undeniably shouldn't have been close. It should have been an absolute blowout. It should have just run away with it, undeniably. Okay, first off, this Texans defense is elite, the best defense in the NFL. They're averaging 12 points per game, and the Seahawks hung 27. Okay, the blitzing that they're and the pressure that the Texans are able to do. First off, as they showed on the broadcast, the one fumble that then, on Sam Darnold was just beautiful ball by the Texans. And yes, bad O-line play and a bad block by, I forget which running back it was at the time, for Sam. And it was just swallowed up, which was also bad play calling, because it was just like run, and then let's have Sam drop back. Like, that was a mistake. And so, I criticized the play calling, and I absolutely ripped the trick play. I told you guys last night, I originally made a video in the middle of the game because I was so mad about it, and I decided to not post it because I was just like, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely insane. Like, Sam Darnold is balling right now. You have so much momentum, and you take the ball out of his hands and you ask Cooper Kupp to throw the pass. Like, it just drives me insane, and it drove me insane when he did the trick play against the Bucs. There's no need for it. There is absolutely no need for it. But Sam Darnold did not play inconsistent in this game. His interception was one of the most unbelievable defensive. Again, the broadcast did a great job. This was a perfect game to have two football players who are really just there to talk ball. Like, they're Louis Riddick and Dan Orlovsky. Like, they break down the game so much more technically, and from an offensive defensive side of the ball, it's just a different energy than what we see with like a Greg Olsen and Aikman. And I love those guys too, but it's definitely a little bit more technical. And I think they did it was a perfect game for this, because they really, really highlighted how some of these plays unfolded. Again, specifically the fumble and the interception. And that interception was just dirty, man. I mean, in a positive way, just dirty. I mean, that was unbelievable. And Sam Darnold made an unbelievable. I mean, that pass was actually perfect. It was just a better defensive play. That's not inconsistent play. I mean, Sam's connection with Jackson Smith and Jigba, I mean, is unbelievable. I mean, again, the one throw that Sam made down the line, where it was third and 7. I think it was 3rd and 7. Third quarter, 7 minutes in is what it was. That throw to Jackson Smith and Jigba was just, I don't think I saw a better throw the entire week. The 4th and 1 for 20-yard pass to JSN again. Like, that's the one other problem. They're so dependent on Sam and JSN's connection that you want to be able to see other players get involved more, but it's obviously working for them, and so obviously lean on it. And Sam's smart enough to know, like, I'm going to get the ball to my number one playmaker. You would like to see other guys get involved as well to open up the field more. But this game was not an inconsistent game from Sam Darnold at all. And again, the one fumble against the 49ers was a great play by Bosa, an elite defensive player, game wrecker. Okay, and that's what happened. And it was the first game of the season. And then again, against the Bucs, the one interception was such a fluke and was an amazing also blitz call by Todd Bowles. Like, sometimes you just got to shake the hand of the other team. But again, a big problem with that was also the trick play that took points off the board and gave points to the Bucs, in that game as well. And so those are self-inflicted. It was self-inflicted decision making. And, listen, there's only so many takeaways from a defensive standpoint, because the Texans are such a mess. Defenses was awesome and was great. And, all the big stops, the 3rd and 1, the 4th and 1, like, we can praise all that, but I just don't respect the Texans offensively. And I actually do. Like, Colin, this is what I said yesterday. I was like, I do feel bad for CJ Stroud. I genuinely do, because he's better than what he's able to do with the Texans. And again, credit though to the Seahawks, where they didn't really give them any real opportunities to show it, but they gave them 4 turnovers. It was like 4 turnovers, and yet the score was still 27-19. Like, and that's what they also kept saying on the broadcast. Like, you don't see that. Like, it's not really possible to turn the ball over that many times and win the game by the amount of points that you even won. This was, for the most part, a 2-score game. And so the Seahawks absolutely, positively, undeniably need to be better, and specifically just decision making. But to say that they're too inconsistent to be an excellent team, or that they're a good team, not an excellent team, I reject that completely. The juice and the talent and the quality is through the roof. It's there. The defense, and again, the coaching is there too. That's also, like, we saw moments of this game, both offensively and defensively, but specifically offensively, where you're like, offensive masterclass, play calling masterclass, unbelievable. This is perfect. This is great. And then you have pockets where you're like, this is awful. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I do think that comes with just maturity and growth. right? I mean, I've seen the Ben Johnsons, I've seen the Shanahans, we've seen the Andys, you know, like we've seen that those play callers and coaches, they need to grow, they need to develop, they need to mature, they need to make their mistakes, and that is where Clint Kubiak, you know, that's where Clint Kubiak is at this point of his career, right? He's still going to have plenty of mishaps and make mistakes. You just hope that he can mature right before your eyes and grow and evolve with Sam in this Seattle Seahawks offense. But I mean, listen, I look at a game like this and I'm so less concerned, honestly. Under other circumstances, I'd be like 4 turnover, blah, 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 you know, like I could really rip them for it. And you know, there are things to criticize, which I believe I've done here, but I just don't watch that game and just say the Seahawks were bad, they struggled, they've now come back down to earth. You know, like Sam Darnold's inconsistent, like Baker Mayfield, like that was a bad game. And again, I'm not trolling Baker. I'm going to defend Baker because that was an outlier game for Baker as well. But yet, like, you watch that game, if you watch both games and you compare both box scores, I'm sure technically Baker probably has like maybe technically a better box score, but yet Sam Darnold wheeled and dealed this game. I mean, like, he made some breathtakingly beautiful throws throughout the course of the game, and he managed this game really incredibly well. Like I said, for his own mistakes was just a brutal interception, and then, you know, the touchdown was really just, he was backed into the end zone, backed in the corner. It was a bad play call and a great blitz, bad blocking, and nowhere for him to go. You know, there's just nowhere for him to go in that moment. And it was just, he's trying his best just to like not get a safety there. And, you know, he gets kind of tagged with it. But I see those as a fixable problem. I don't see it as like inherently like, oh, I don't know, man. Is this team just good enough? Yeah. The team is good enough. It is just up to the coaching staff to consistently put these players in positions to succeed. That's what it comes down to. It did get ugly at times. No, you know, not denying that at all. But this was a tough, gritty Texans defense. And the offense actually did play pretty well. But there was just a couple bad decisions that made it look worse than it was. So yeah, I don't think we have to come in too hard with kind of the energy that Colin is saying right now. Like, he seems to now just be completely like cooled off on the Seahawks, and I don't watch that game and feel that way. I feel, especially when you look around the league and see how everyone else is playing. I think we take things too extreme, you know, left, right, up, down, middle. Cooler heads, I think, prevail in this moment of time. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Seattle Seahawks? Are Darnold and Seahawks flaws a real concern? Oh my God. Good thing I did not see that sentence at the bottom until now, because I could just rip for another 20 minutes right now. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. I'm gonna just end it here, and we'll make way more Seattle Seahawks clips. Don't worry. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I really would love to see you part of it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.